Welcome to Amherst, Massachusetts, and McGurk Alumni Stadium, home to the Minutemen of Umass, just a stone's throw away from where the heart of the American Revolution was fought, and we are anxious to see a fight on the gridiron in this one. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the Marshall Thundering Herd, taking on the Umass Minutemen. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside. Marshall will kick off to get the festivities started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So UMass offense will have the first possession of the game. And all eyes will be on this man because he is electrifying every time he touches the ball.
I mean, so much fun to watch. Can hit home runs, can make big plays. Everything in this offense starts with that grown man.
What I really like about him, too, is he's versatile, right? He can carry the rock, he can catch the football, he's good at blocking. This guy stays on the field for a reason.
Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. UMass quickly back to the line. This guy can throw it. Got the first down. Looking for more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
The give to the back.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
With the catch, it's Conrad. UMass will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. So Marshall's offense will go to work for the first time. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to be going toe-to-toe all game long.
Yeah, two alphas, two guys that play in the positions where you have to have such confidence, quarterback, wide receiver. Let's see this throwdown.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a first and goal. Wide out in motion. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, UMass! Up and over, Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Oregon was anything but dominant today, but the Ducks are going to leave Autzen Stadium winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L column.
They'll throw it on first down.
The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Out of the backfield, he's open. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Brings it in down the left side. All kinds of running room. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Marshall!
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
Ready to try the point after. Right down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished with a huge play in the passing game, covering 75 yards to house it. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Gonna run it. It's Conrad. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quick strike complete. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Umass quickly back to the line.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
From the gun, the running back has it. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. They want to get this defense on its heels. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Leaves it with the running back. At the 45 on his way. Can anyone catch him? And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Herd!
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it. Ball is free. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, that's a big mistake. And listen, I'm still going to force feed my playmakers. If I'm that quarterback, I'm that OC, I'm walking over to that guy and be like, listen, it's okay. It's a little bit of a mistake. We're still going to find ways to get you the rock. You're too important to this team not to give you the football.
Couldn't order better field position for this offense. He'll try to pop the draw. Nice move to keep moving. He's now up to 71 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. They'll try to get it in with the run. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Got his man quickly. And here comes the field goal unit. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. And that is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
The Umass offense returns to the field. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your rib cage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look,
And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Loss of 8 yards on the play. 2nd down coming up.
And after the loss on that last one, an all-important 2nd down play from the 12. Quickly out to the tight end. Stopped after making the catch. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Umass will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. A 1st down for the offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He uncorks one deep. And that pass picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You know, you play defense for a reason. A lot of wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
The Minutemen going back to work on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Gets it out fast.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now
nothing but green ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Quick completion on the out. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Umass! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point is good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Marshall takes over the ball, the thundering herd offense coming out. Throws to the tight end. He's open on the right. They'll immediately call timeout.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
They'll line up for a second down play. After the incompletion, they go back up top. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Looking deep down the right side. He's got it, and he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Thundering Herd! How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Amherst. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. And with that, let's head back to our team inside Alumni Stadium.
Second half just about to get started, and Umass will kick it off. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They had the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now on second down after the short completion. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. got his man downfield. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Marshall!
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Georgia Southern showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong, but the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Umass quickly back to the line.
First down for the offense.
To the ground with the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves him with second and short. Here's the handoff. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Wants to throw on first down. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. They'll run play action. Trying to get to him. They get to him as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed. UMass will line up to punt it away. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now in the same boat.
No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through three. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. The give to the lone running back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. Pressure coming. Going to try to get it himself. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Got enough space, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Herd!
Yeah, and how about this offense, man? Putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal. Going on the road, handling these conditions in game one, they've done a phenomenal job.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. The kickoff unit about to go to work.
Umass, 14.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Umass offense returns to the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Conrad. They get him down after he makes the catch. Umass quickly back to the line. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. They go to the ground. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Bunch formation for these receivers. They want to run it left here. Makes him talk to the hand. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Marshall trying to make this red zone trip pay off. The give to the back. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Thundering Herd! And the stomping has commenced.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Snagged in the middle, it's Vincent. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. A disappointing start to this season as they open 0-1.
Tough way to start, but you see it so many times throughout a season. People start slow, figure out who they are, get better as the season goes on, and your dream's still very much ahead of you.
And the sky's not falling right now. You're just 0-1. There's no need to panic. You don't have to try and reinvent the wheel. What you got to do is go back. You got to watch the film. You got to be honest with yourselves. Where could you have made better plays? You got to limit the penalties. You got to limit mistakes. This team is talented. They've still got a lot to play for. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out next week.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, Dave